Hello everyone. Today I am joined by a very special guest. He is one of the winners of the Monomosomies International Essay Writing Competition. His name is Mr. Shashank Mathur, currently pursuing MBBS second year from MGM Medical College, Indore. He is a native of Shivpuri, MP. He has been a study creator since school days, so never got time to explore other talents. But the COVID period gave him sufficient time to analyze his hidden talents, and hence he started writing. First, just for passion, and then for competitions. He then participated in medical field writing contests, then interstate, and finally it reached up to the national and the international levels, like the ones Monomosomy Services organizes. Winning many of them encouraged him, and he kept writing. Now he hopes to continue his passion simultaneously along with his studies. I heartily welcome you to this platform, and I am honored to get a chance to talk to someone who is going to be a doctor.
Thanks a lot for this beautiful introduction. I'm just honored to be part of this beautiful interview from Monomosomy Services.
So, how did you get to know about monomosomy?
Okay, so Monomosomy has been very special for me. It was actually the first biggest field where I just tried to put my words. You see, it just wasn't nothing but a Google search. I just went to see which are the means national level competitions and international competitions where I could participate. Before Monomosomy, I was just participating in the medical field competitions, like those organized by Indian Medical Association and the other state level and interstate competitions. But Monomosomy just provided me a platform to deliver my thoughts to a level which far beyond national, because I just saw that many international participants do participate in this competition. So then I just started participating, and the topics are really fantastic. They just Monomosomy just allows us to think over a wide range of subjects. Means it's like not only science, not only literature, but things which connect these both. So gradually, I just participated for 4 or 5 continuous months, and I just got to know better about Monomosomy services, their new competitions, and all.
So, I got to know that you won the first position for writing the essay about the guidelines of preparing for NEET. So,
Yeah.
how did science and your background help you in writing this essay?
Okay, so that topic for that month, that was really close to me because I have got through whatever I wrote. It was nothing but my personal experience. See, I am a science student. I just took the bio field and then participated. Means I just worked for this medical line, first preparing for the entrance examination and then clearing it and then pursuing MBBS. So basically, PMT, pre-medical examination, whatever we call it, it was just a career line for me. So I just prepared for it, and I wrote everything that I could. It was a very long essay. I know the judges must have uh, found it very hard to complete it because I could not escape anything. I just want to deliver everything to the young budding aspirants who are going through this, because it was just a journey, of 2.5 years where starting from my 10th grade till I got entrance in the college. So I just wrote everything about its entrance examination, about syllabus, about curriculum, about the colleges, the cut-off quota, and everything. So yeah, my personal experience did really help me in writing that, and I just love to write that.
Well, I believe, like people say, that in every fiction there is somewhere a truth lying, and that essay also contained your experience and emotions, and maybe that resonated with the readers as well as the judges, because they also must have found it really thorough. Because, like you mentioned, you had written it from class, your journey or from class 10th, and then the preparation and everything. So, a reader, if he wants to pursue the similar career choice that you have chosen, then he'll definitely find it very beneficial. So, did you always aim to venture into this medical field?
Yeah, I can say that. Means not from the very beginning, not from the class third, fourth, but yeah, when I got to know about my interest, I got to let's mention it that from class 8th. I can assure from class 8, 9th, I was very sure that I have to pursue biology. I have to pursue medical line because yeah, I found this line quite interesting. Means I just get engrossed in it. I just love this. So I just started for preparing for it from class 10th, 11th, 12th, and then pre-medical examination means first I was preparing for the academic line and then for competitive purpose. Okay, so yeah, I just went. I have studied in Kota for a year and pursued this. Means just completely I've engrossed myself in this medical line, uh, and then yeah, I got selected in MBBS, and now I'm quite enjoying it.
Definitely, when your passion becomes your profession, then it's nothing like it. It's the best feeling ever. So, how much time does
Yeah.
it take for you to write a well formed article?
Okay, so writing article is just a special feeling for me because I've never been into writing. I just means I love writing. That's a different thing from my class means school time. But as you know, medical line is a very means competitive and study demanding line. So I just can't write for my passion at that time. But yes, this COVID time really helped me to introspect into my inner self, to learn about my hobby, to my passion. And yes, I started writing just in beginning. I wrote just few lines. I just narrated them to my friends and all, and they just enjoyed that. There are certain people in my life who just and just force me that I should simultaneously means pursue these two lines. I should pursue my career and I should enjoy the hobby. So I started writing a long article. Means I remember I wrote my first story on blood donation. That was for IMA, Indian Medical Association, Madhya Pradesh. And to my surprise, I just got the first prize. That was the biggest boost because I know I would, if I would have not have won, or means I would not have got mentioned, I just would have dropped that idea. That I would have thought that no, I am just an average writer and I should focus on my studies. But that victory really helped me continue writing and to a broader level. Then I got certain other competitions. I just won them, and then monomously, I just there is no word limit. As I think I'm right that there's no word limit, maximum word limit. So I just explore. I mean, means I just put my thoughts, just whatever I can. So I think my article was about 3,500 words. Average, I think I take about a week if I need to. Means for monomosmy, I start as a deadline is before 25th. So I start about at 17th, 18th. I just collect all the data and I read them from different sources, books and all, and just I try to write in my own words. So about a week it reaches to its completion. Yeah, it depends on number of words actually. If I write short article, it's just take 1 to 2 days, and if there are long articles like I write for monomosmy, just take about a week.
So, yes, like your first story, it was appreciated and it gives us a boost. Appreciation definitely boosts our confidence and morale. And thank God that it did, that we could
Yes.
find a writer as well as a doctor in you. Now, since you talked about many people asking you to follow these two things simultaneously, who has been the biggest inspiration in your journey so far?
See, I just seeing my parents. They have been very supporting. They just let me do everything and anything that I want. They just never limit my journey. They just never stop me anywhere. And yeah, there has been some special person behind my back who just kept pushing me to do something productive, and to explore my talent. That person has been throughout has been there throughout my journey, and yeah, criticized me and made mistakes. Yeah, that was very essential, because if we do not get criticism, we just continue means doing whatever we like. May it be wrong, may it be right, but we just go through it. So criticism is necessary to put bars, to put restrictions on things which are not going correct. So yes, there have been some people, not many, because I'm not that type of extrovert person. I'm an introvert person who just likes to interact with a few people. So there have been just a few people in my life, and they just kept saying me that I should pursue my hobby as well. Because yeah, career you have to pursue it. It's your own choice. You have chosen your career. But if we just go behind our career, then somewhere or the other we will be a monotonous creature. We will be missing certain aspect in our life. Yes, because I would say that every person in this world has got certain features, certain specialties which you need to explore, which you need to identify. Because if we don't seek those talents, now we'll be like a person who just is a boring person, who is a monotonous person, who just has no aim in his life. Just means he has an aim. I I do believe he has an aim, but it's a single aim. But enjoying life is not merely just pursuing your
Yeah,
career.
they'll be living a half life, if you want to say.
Yeah, yeah, actually.
So definitely, like you said, that there are people who have been criticizing you if you are doing something wrong. I agree that a true person who is genuinely looking for out for our benefit, he'll or she'll definitely criticize us, because criticism is something that is needed for our own development. So good that you have such kind of people in your life, and they have been a blessing.
Yeah, of
Any
course. They have been a
right.
blessing for me.
So, any experience of yours where you genuinely felt that language has power?
But there have been experiences. The language uh, was not really so. I think that things were good. Things were good in initial days. Things were good in later days. I just enjoyed writing. I write both in English, Hindi, wherever I can. But English is, yeah. See, basically, I am from a ICSE medium, so this it's an international medium. It generally focuses on our means English development more than Hindi. I'm sorry, because being an Indian, I should focus on Hindi more. But my schooling, my education,
My,
it has been completely English, so they focus on my English. So I just enjoy writing English. I just feel fluent. I just feel just like to give my thoughts entirely in English wherever I can.
uh, yes,
So yeah,
even
I've been writing essays. I've been writing short stories, poems.
even my schooling has been from the ICSC and ISC board, so I know the importance of English there, and we are like genuinely wrapped up in that language. So we find it easy enough to express our views
Yeah,
in English much more than we do it in Hindi.
yeah,
So,
yes, actually, because
yeah.
I see my friends, they are very good at writing in Hindi, and they just pinch me that why don't I write in Hindi? Why don't I continue something in Hindi? But I say because I'm not that good in Hindi. Yeah, I've written some poems, I've written miniature stories, but not so long articles I can pursue in Hindi.
Right. I can read Hindi, we can enjoy Hindi reading and stuff, but writing the exact emotion, I don't think I'll be able to pen it down in Hindi as well
Yes,
as do
actually.
it in English. So, according to you, what are the good qualities that an essay should have?
Okay, so qualities of a good essay. These are basically some qualities which the reader should understand. See, basically, first you have to think that essay or any form of writing is a subjective process. One thing which I like may not be as good as to you or to any other person, because there are some points which we keep in mind while we are judging or while we are reading something. If we find those points, then we are happy. But when we find those points missing, so we think something that the essay is not up to the mark. But see, it's actually not the case with everyone. What we feel, we pen down our emotions. But to the reader, they might not be as good as he might have thought. So basically, a good essay should have everything that it demands. If it's a topic, it's a broad topic, we should cover everything, starting from the means past history, means a bit of introduction. Not we should not directly jump to the main subject, main topic. A bit of introduction, and at the end, a good conclusion. These two things are very important. So as to first of all grasp, means just to hold the interest of a reader, because holding interest is very essential process and a very creative one. Because sometimes we write things but they are not so they become monotonous. The reader reads 3 4 5 lines and then he loses interest and goes away. So beginning and ending are very important points. And then yes, every line, everything should be related to the topic, should be giving some moral values to us, and the overall essay should give some moral values. using of means good words, means impressive words. These are very important. And then it should have the essence. Means if I write about need, it should contain things about need. Wherever you go out of flow, then things become difficult for you, because the reader will find them that you are not up to the par, you are not up to the mark somewhere or the other.
Right. Since as a writer, we are writing for the readers. It's not just our thinking, it's about what our readers think. And if they don't get what is actually mentioned in that topic, then they won't definitely perusal it further. So it's important
Yes.
enough to cater to the need of our readers and our audience.
No, I just understood this thing because I participated in many contests. I've certainly not won all of them. I've won some of them and I've lost some of them. I thought the competition which I lost, I thought that I was good in writing. I have written up to the mark, but at the same time, I understood that it was my mind. It was not the thought of, it was not thinking of the writer. Oh, sorry, the reader. Because as I told, it's a subjective process. Every literature is not like a sports or anything which has fixed means criteria to be judged. It's all about what's the mind status of the reader, the judges, the jury members, and all. So we give our best. No doubt, whenever we write, we give our best. But to the reader, it might not sometimes be good. So winning or losing is nothing in any competitions. The main important thing is that what we have written, how well we have portrayed our emotions in this paper or pen. So yeah, that's feel important to me.
And as a writer, we should not get discouraged, because if we know that we have put in our best, then that's enough. It does not always click with the audience. It may or it may not. That depends on something else, and it's not in our hands. But as a writer, if we give 100%, that's the biggest satisfaction that we should get.
Yes, actually, this thing we should understand, because in the initial days I was disappointed by even when I lost a single competition, but that thing gradually went away because I understood that it's my thought, it's my thinking, and if I am satisfied with my writing, then there is no need to satisfy anyone else. Because yeah, we cannot. It's a main thing of our writing, or if we can say of our life. It's an important teaching of our life that whenever we do something, we cannot just satisfy everyone and anyone. We cannot just make everyone happy. Important is that our happiness, that we have written what we have thought, everything that we think we should be able to put in papers. If not so, then we are not up to the mark. This is very important.
So, moving on, does any research go behind your writings?
Yeah, definitely. See, I've written some articles, some things which I'm not good at. Okay, so when I'm not good at something, so I have to research. I don't just go through. I just don't copy paste things. I read from different books, journals, newspapers, and even the online websites. When I get the main core of everything, I just connect them. I just make my brain what I have to write. I understand the things, and then I portray them in form of words. So basically, it's necessary because we are humans. Means if I talk about myself, I'm good at medical field in medical line, but not at everything. I like sports definitely, but when I have to write about things other than that, I have to research. I have to means explore things, how they are going, what's going on, and how they function and all, and then I have to write them.
For you, what is the most difficult part of writing an article?
Okay, so most difficult part is definitely when we are not aware or we are not much aware about a topic. If you want to write up, first of all, you will give up writing that no, this topic is not for me. Let's give up. But still, if there is any condition you have to write, then it's a more difficult part that oh my god, this article is a bit difficult to me. But that's a challenge. I really take up those challenge because things that are easy for us means beat any form of writing, poems, articles. When we are good at, so we write fluently, but the main challenge is then when we have to write about something which you're not good at. So yes, we should take up that challenge, understand this thing, and then write. And writing, yeah, I just think it demands a lot of silence. It demands concentration because I personally am not able to write whenever I don't get a good atmosphere. I just need a good atmosphere, a complete silent atmosphere, so as to focus on my writing. Because whenever it's like a state of mind, it's like an on and off phenomenon, I think. whenever you are in a good mood, you just fluently write and you don't even realize that what have you written, and it just turns fantastic. And when it's not when you're not in a good mood, or when it's not the time, you just sit for an hour and you cannot even write a single line. So that is the most important thing I feel.
Definitely, a writer is kind of a choosy person. People don't know or don't understand the concept, but we are very choosy. We choose our topics wisely and we think on it and we chew on it and then we pen it down. So, definitely, it takes a lot of effort and time.
Yeah, actually, because whenever I've written something and I've expressed them before people, not only I just publish them somewhere else in magazines and all. So people just enjoy them, but no one tries to means realize what I've gone through in those time. It was not, sometimes there were difficult times when I've written. Atmosphere was not good. Family was not at that good position. There were many problems, but still I held my nerve and just wrote them. But yes, people just see what we have written, what we have presented. Nothing goes. No one goes beyond that. Where
Right.
did you get these thoughts? You ask them, and it's general human nature. People see the results, not the preparation.
Right. So, do you think that someone could be a writer if they don't feel emotions very strongly?
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to be a writer for an emotionless person. Because writing is just nothing but an emotional process. You have to be emotional to put down the words, because everything you write, be it a scientific essay, be it a poem, be it a literature, you have to think, you have to put, I mean, focus on the emotions which are connected to those process. You have to squeeze your mind, you have to think every thing related to that, your past experiences, because nothing is better than our own experiences. When we experience something, we just are fantastic at writing, because okay, so certain things are there that we might not have experienced, but experience is the best teacher, as they say. So this really helps us to write something, because being an emotionless person is certainly not easy for a good writer. They can be a good writer. It's not a rule. It's not a thumb rule. There are exceptions. People just write and then forget what they've written and just it goes to next writing and very quickly change their mind. But yes, if we think, we just go deep into these thoughts of the topic, of the entire essence. So it is really a different thought.
Right. Now, since you are in the field of science and medicines, how do you balance these two things, or how do you plan to balance these two things, your passion and hobby?
I think this is the most important question of this interview because this is really a very, very difficult job for me. Before this COVID time, before this lockdown time, I was just into studies and just used to study and all, and there was no problem. But when I started writing, few months were okay, but then I knew that there will be a pressure of studies at some point of time, and then it really I've stopped participating in contests. As of now, I would say I'm not participating in any contest. I think from past 2.5 months or 3 months, because yes, medical field, sometimes I do feel, why have I taken this field? I'm not able to pursue any other career than this field, because this is just means something like a big race. You cannot just leave medical line anytime. It just demands immense of studies, immense of hard work, and daily determination. But yes, I'll try to bring it back sometime when I get a bit free. Now at present, I would say I'm in form. I mean, the exam days are going on. I'm continuing exams. So at present, I cannot write. That's sure, because it becomes a priority to study. But yes, I try to balance. Whenever I just tried that, okay, now I don't want to study, I've studied a lot, I just give my few minutes, few hours, because even a few minutes of writing a thoughts just make you immensely happy. You just feel that you have done something for yourself, because we do a lot of things where we waste our time. uh, I definitely think we waste our time in certain things, especially in the world of mobile phones, online websites. We have social websites, so we can I just try to reduce the time from that. I just wherever I go for wasting time, I just stop there and I start to write, because I feel this is a productive process. if I don't study, I don't study for a medical field, I can write, and that will make me more happier than wasting time in any other thing or putting my time in any other thing.
Right, we have different priorities in life. We are not like professional writers. I'm a teacher. I want to be a teacher by profession. You are a doctor. You will be a doctor soon. So definitely we have different professions to look into and we have our priorities set. But if we have that, passion or flair for writing, writing calms us down. If we are stressed enough and we are busy and we just want a break, then writing definitely calms our nerves down. It's like letting go of our emotions on the pages.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel this that we are our own best friends. If we are a writer, if we are into writing, we are our own best friend because we don't need any person. Why we need person? We need different persons to explain ourselves, to share our problems. But what if our books are our friend? We can just take a pen and write everything that we feel, every problem, everything, every good thing we are going through. We just can write and it's over. Whenever we read that at next day or even a year after, we just feel so happy that it's these things we have written. It was
Right.
actually a state of mind because
And
genuinely I think we just cannot explain every bit of thing to anyone in this life. We just say it one or two lines and it's over. But when it's come to writing, we can just put everything, whatever comes in our mind, we can write, and it remains for us forever.
they don't talk back. That's the biggest plus point. Our diary
Exactly.
does not talk back. It's like our emotions and we just go with the flow. And especially for introvert people like us, diary is the best friend.
Yeah, writers are mainly introvert people. They are just people who just love to talk to themselves. Write, talk, and this becomes their life. They don't
Right.
like people because people don't understand their emotions, right? People do feel writers are a quite a means boring person. They are into writing and studying and writing and studying. So people try to avoid writers mainly. So I just feel yeah, writing helps us a lot when we are tense, when we are emotional. They try to just relieve us, they try to calm us down, and it's a fantastic process.
Lastly, I'd like to ask that do you have any message that you want to give to the future contestants and participants of such essay writing competitions?
Okay, so yeah, I would encourage them to come. I would encourage them to participate because see, whenever we take a step ahead, we have to take that step ahead so as to move further. Because yeah, you can have thoughts in your mind, but if you try to put them into words, just go through it. And these competitions just allows you to compare because comparison is important. When you get to know that sometimes we think no, we are just a okay writer. I myself thought that I'm just a average writer, but winning Monomo's international competition that just gave wings to my dream. Because I thought there is something in my writing where I can beat participants from different countries, in fact. So yes, people should come. People should take the topic, whatever is provided by the websites. They should write. Especially Monomo's gives a very great topics. Uh, you should write on them. You should focus on the guidelines which they have thought, and just give what's the hazard. There is even no entry fee. People restrict themselves in this field, but you just can give themselves. They will read your essays. They will reciprocate to you, and they'll tell you that where you are wrong, where you're right. And if you are going continuously good, you can see in your positions. Continuous participating helps you to see where you are going good. So yeah, people should participate in such contests.
Thank you so much. It was such a lovely conversation, and especially from young generation people who are into the medical field, and we know the importance of this field right now, especially during this COVID time. So, you are doing
Absolutely.
a tremendous job, and especially choosing this line, you'll definitely help a lot of people. Thank you so much for taking out your time and talking to us. It was lovely talking to
Thanks
you.
a lot. Thanks a lot. The pleasure was all mine. Thanks for joining me.